The story is based on the book, The Kite Runner. In 1975, in Kabul, Afghanistan, Amir lived with his father in a luxurious mansion. Amir was weak and sickly since childhood, with an introverted and sensitive personality. His playmate was Hassan, the son of the family's servant Ali, a young boy from the Hazara ethnic group. Despite growing up together, Amir never truly considered Hassan a friend, partly due to the sense of hierarchy and partly due to his jealousy over his father's affection for Hassan. In the streets of Kabul, there was a bully named Asef who harbored deep hatred for the Hazara people and vowed to drive them out of the land. One day, Asef stopped Amir and Hassan, intending to teach them a lesson. Bravely, Hassan quickly picked up a stone, aimed it with a slingshot at Asef's eye, and this act of defiance successfully scared Asef away. However, even so, Amir's heart was still not open to Hassan. Whenever Amir was bullied, Hassan always stood up to protect him without hesitation. Each time his father asked about the bruises on Hassan's face, Amir would casually reply that Hassan had just fallen. Although his father did not speak out, he knew that Hassan had protected Amir once again, and he was quite dissatisfied, even disgusted, with Amir's cowardice. The annual kite contest is an ancient tradition in Afghanistan. In order to win his father's approval, Amir was determined to win the competition. His tacit cooperation with Hassan allowed them to go all the way. When Hassan chased the last kite, victory seemed within reach. As long as Hassan caught the last falling kite, they would win the competition. Amir shouted to Hassan to bring it back. Hassan, who had already run to the corner of the street, turned around and stopped, placed his hands around his mouth, and shouted to Amir, "For you, 1,000 times over." This is a child's declaration of loyalty to another child. For Amir, Hassan was willing to do it 1,000 times over. Amir then went to find Hassan, who was chasing the kite. Finally, in an alley, he saw Hassan with the kite. Beside Hassan were Asef and his followers. Asef said that if Hassan handed over the kite, he would let him go. Hassan was very scared but also very brave and resolute, shaking his head and saying, "The young master won the competition. I chased this kite for him. It's the young master's kite." To protect the kite, Hassan would rather die than yield. Amir, hiding in the corner, did not dare to say a word and secretly ran away. He felt that in order to win his father's love, Hassan could be sacrificed. His heart was filled with guilt and pain, but he could not face Hassan, nor could he face himself. The fatherly love he obtained in this way, he could not enjoy it calmly. He chose to escape. He wanted to drive Hassan away. On his birthday, he framed Hassan, stealing his watch and money. Hassan did not expose it, did not argue at all. It turned out that Hassan knew everything, knew that Amir was hiding and watching him being bullied. Hassan left Amir's home, and the beautiful childhood of Amir and Hassan completely ended. The last peaceful years of Afghanistan also went with the wind. With the outbreak of the Afghan War, Amir and his father immigrated to the United States and started a new life. Time passed, and Amir became a writer, got married and had children, but the guilt in his heart never dissipated. In 2001, a phone call brought Amir back to his homeland. It turned out that Hassan and his wife were killed while protecting Amir's property, and their son Sarab was sent to an orphanage. What shocked Amir even more was that Hassan was actually his father's illegitimate son. They were brothers. This truth made Amir re-examine his past and present. Unfortunately, Sarab fell into the hands of a Taliban leader, and this leader was the perverted Asef who had hurt Hassan. Asef proposed a duel. He put on stainless steel knuckle gloves and beat Amir with punches and kicks. Amir could hardly resist. He was thrown against the wall. His back was pierced by a nail, and blood was flowing. However, in this extreme pain, Amir laughed, because for the first time since that distant winter, he felt the inner peace, felt at ease. He felt that he had finally accepted the punishment for the sins of the past 26 years. Just as Amir fell to the ground laughing, Sarab shot Asef's left eye with a slingshot, and then took the opportunity to escape with Amir. Sarab's action proved that he was worthy of being Hassan's son. Just like his father, he saved Amir with a slingshot. In the end, Amir took Sarab back to the United States. However, Sarab, due to serious psychological trauma, became silent and did not speak a word for several months, and even attempted suicide in despair. Fortunately, he was rescued in time. One day, Amir noticed that Sarab had been staring at the kite in the sky, so he bought a kite and told Sarab the story of how Hassan had chased the kite for him. At that moment, Amir saw a faint smile on the corner of Sarab's mouth. Amir asked him, "Do you want me to chase that kite for you?" Sarab nodded slightly. Amir turned to chase the kite, and he said to Sarab, "For you, 1,000 times over." The Kite Runner is not only a story about growth and redemption, it is also a mirror that reflects the struggles and desires deep within each of us. It tells a story about loyalty, betrayal, redemption, and forgiveness.